Very good evening. Welcome to Manas, the Academy of Psychology. Um, welcome you all for the course of infertility counseling, which is unique, and the course is also running by only Manas from last 3 years. So, this is the fifth batch of infertility counseling course, which was run by Manas, and the mentor is Dr. Pushpa. So, I just want to brief you about the mentor because you should know about the teacher before you learn. Dr. Pushpa has completed her master's from Andhra University, Visakhapatnam, and she has also completed her certificate course in counseling from CCC Vellore, which is a very specialized course from Dr. Prasantham, which is in Tamil Nadu. And after that, she has worked for many infertility counselings, infertility centers. And then she has completed her doctorate in psychology. So now she is working in Isha IVF Center, Hyderabad. And she is working in this area from last 15 years. I think it's more than 15 years. As per my knowledge, and I think she is the first infertility counselor in India. So she has trained a number of people, and she has also trained from Manas almost more than 50 members, and most of them are working in the same area. She is also specialized in couple counseling, relationship management, and other areas, especially which is related to couples and infertility. Now she is a full-time employee and a partner in Isha IVF, and also she has a clinic at home, which is run by her own with the name of Manas. This course is a 3 months intensive course. It starts from today, and today is the introductory class, and it will take around 3 months to complete the course. She is more interactive than teaching because she has lots of case studies in her hand. So discuss as much as you can and get to learn more and more in this area. And we will also, last few months back, we have completed a certificate course in couple counseling. And in future also, we will conduct the same kind of courses. The Manas is a registered body, which was registered in 2019. And uh, on my personal interest, I have started this academy because I am a psychology professor in Andhra Pradesh State University, which is Adhikavanana University. So we do have a passion about the psychology. That is the reason we are creating a new courses because infertility counseling, which means that many people even don't know what they will do, why this is useful, and even doctors also, have a question that why this psychologist in infertility center, what they will do. So, as per my knowledge, and we have seen some magical moments in IVF center, which means that the success rate of IVF is more than 90% when they are working with the counselor or a psychologist. We can say that we have tailored this program according to the need of the infertility counselor, and the content and the curriculum is so designed, well designed, and which is I can say that if you can learn this 30 hours, I can strongly believe that you can practice in any IVF center because you will learn a lot. You learn a lot about this infertility, and even she is also discussed with some relationship issues and all other things also in this course. So the much interaction will give you more information. So that can I can say because when you want to get more information from the teacher, you have to interact more and you have to ask questions, and you have to know if you can ask right question, or if you can ask your doubts, questions, she will give you ample of information. And I'm sure that you can enjoy this course. And now I invite Dr. Pushpa to take the introductory session. Welcome, Pushpa.
Yeah, thank
Um,
you, Narayana. Thank you so much for the introduction. So, as Narayana has already explained, I wanted to extract as much as you can from me. That can come from any questions that you ask because I'm in this field since very long time. Probably learning about cases will help you to deal in the future rather than just the theory part. And in theory, I'll tell you. Everybody understands Telugu here, or so and see, try maximum to ask me as many questions as you can. Bring scenarios from outside, tell me, and ask me how you have to deal with it. That's how you will learn basically. Of course, theory part I will definitely give, but at the same time, you trying to extract as much as you can would basically help. So, introducing myself, Naren has already given you a brief. I am in this field from I think almost 17 years now. When I started with infertility journey, there was no scope at all. I mean, I still remember me joining to work in an infertility center for like 5,000 rupees of salary because there was no need for a psychologist is what people have believed at that point of time. They were like, okay, it's all about egg and sperm and the baby coming in. Why is emotions coming into the picture? But then when I started actually working with the patients, we understood that there's a lot of need. Patients are going through a lot of stress, and because of that stress there's a lot of negative happening. And see, generally infertility treatment, if you see the IVF or the ICSI procedure, it would cost them nearly 3 lakhs per month, and there's no guarantee for it. And when you know you're supposed to spend a lot of money and then there is no guarantee and you have to go through a very big medical procedure, and then your result is negative, that itself is so much stressful for them. And financially, or from family wise, there'll be a lot of pressure from everywhere. So when I started working, there used to be a time where patients themselves used to come and tell me, why do I need even psychologist? I don't want to talk to a psychologist. So initially I had to start telling people that, okay, I'm not a psychologist, I'm just a counselor, come, I'll clarify your doubts. That's how I used to start taking their history, try to understand, show empathy. And that's how people used to get connected to me, and I used to start going and doing therapies for them to come out of their stress. So it was not an easy journey to bring psychology aspect into the picture in infertility. But then, yeah, now after a lot of struggle, after so many years, the government, they themselves has seen the need for psychology, and then they have now given new rule for all the infertility centers that they must have a psychologist in their fertility centers. And that is where the need of job for all the psychologists has increased, because it's a mandatory thing now that they should have a psychologist. The job openings are quite high right now. So if in case you're looking for a job and some secured job where you can go uh, learn a lot, infertility counseling is one of the uh, right place for you to basically try, I would say. And also, if you put a little efforts, you would bring a lot of transformation and change in people. And you can't imagine how much happy you would be once you start seeing the babies. Like, you see them in the infertility struggle, you see them that they're crying and they're going through all the emotional roller coaster when they're trying for a baby. And then when they finally come to your hospital with a baby and say that, ma'am, if you did not help me, probably I wouldn't have been pregnant, you would really have so much satisfaction. That's what I have been experiencing for all these years. And I'm sure if in case you're pursuing infertility counseling as a career, you would also enjoy. Okay. So yeah, I think you will know about me more in detail once probably we start the class. And only thing that I request all of you is, don't be silent. I am not going to punish you if you ask me a question. So feel free, ask me as many questions as you can. Be interactive. The more interactive you are, the more people can learn. That's the only thing that I could request you guys. Just talk, learn a lot. Okay. So I'll just try to know. each one of you, so that probably it'll help me during the classes to have some interaction with you guys. So basically, I want you to know what you need for this internship course. Like, first thing that you need is you have to give dedicated time. I know you might be a little busy with your present work and stuff, but then uh, recordings you will have. But then, if in case you're reading the recordings, probably you will only understand what is there, but you'll not be able to have any interaction. So I want you to basically make sure you take time and attend the class, otherwise you'll not get a certificate. So you basically have to have enough attendance, and make sure you have computer with proper computer or a mobile with proper internet, so that if there's again, if there's an internet disturbance, then there might be a problem. So make sure you have good internet facility and a notebook and a pad, because I might keep giving you homeworks, or I might keep saying something which is not there in the PPT, and if you want to have a quick reference of it, try to have something in handy so that you'll be able to make a note of it. And yeah, as I said, commitment is everything that is more important. uh, Consistency and commitment, coming to the classes regularly, will also motivate me to take more classes and give you more knowledge. So I want it to be a interactive session more than just me talking about something and you listening and leaving from there. Okay, so I would like to know what are your expectations for all of you. Like, I have included a lot of things in the session, but then if there's something that I don't have, then probably I would like to know what are your expectations in this course. If there is something that is specific, then probably we'll discuss on that.
Hi, ma'am. Yeah, I'm also working in two hospitals. One is gynec only. So
Mm.
I just give an intro on emotions and how to take care of themselves when they are pregnant for pregnancy women. So maybe this
Okay.
is a new thing where I will also get some insight, and also through this classes, maybe I will also know how to do a counseling for a newly married couple, or maybe once they are going for this, because that center is also tied up with IVF centers. That
Right.
hospital is tied up. So
Okay.
this will actually give me a lot of insights, and I'm hoping for more this thing. Thank you
Sure,
so
sure.
much.
That way you will definitely learn a lot.
Sure, sure.
So in this course, it's gonna be comprehensive. We're gonna cover majority of infertility things. We'll do practical approach. I'll keep telling you the case studies, and you can also bring me a case study and ask me how things are. It's gonna be 30 hours of theory, and I want you to have minimum of 60 hours. I mean, it will be like in-depth training on infertility from every aspect. And kottaga oka patient, if a new patient comes to you, from there to once they are pregnant and after their pregnancy also, how they'll handle, if in case they have to go for an adoption, they don't want, they're tired of infertility treatment, they want to go for an adoption, how they have to handle, those things also we will completely cover in this. You will have all the practical approach, and we'll give you some tests, we'll give you case studies, case writings to do, and some foundation for practice. Like, once you start the practice, how do you take the history, what kind of tests you can give to the patients, all these things also will cover. And if you actually perform well, if you really do in the right way, then you will be getting a performance letter from Anas. They would be happy to, they'll announce one person to be the top performer in this batch. So I hope everybody tries for it. అందరికీ ఇవ్వడం ఇప్పుడు నేను చూడలేదు. సో ఐ హోప్ ఎవ్రీబడి షుడ్ గెట్ దట్. Everybody perform it better, then everybody can get it. So try doing that. Okay, and all your roles and responsibilities are, you have to mandatorily attend to 2 days in a week for sure, and it will be every Tuesday and Thursday. It will be from 7:30 to 8:30, and you have to complete all your assignments that I give you, because a course time low we cannot completely uh, do everything. You have to put little efforts from your side also at home. So I'll be keep giving you assignments, and you have to finish that assignments and keep sending me. And you have to make sure you follow your I mean, mainly my instructions. What are instructions I give you, I want you to basically follow them. Go through all the reading material, whatever I keep sharing you, go through that. If there are any doubts, you can ask me at the end of the session, or if it is, I mean, most of the time, my style of teaching would be I would try to stop after every important point and ask if you have more doubts. So you can feel free to ask me any number of doubts. I would be happy to answer your doubts rather than just talking about and giving you all the information. So keep asking me. And I wanted to respect other opinions, views, because in psychology is all about different perceptions, right? Like each person in your class might have different perceptions on the same topic. So I wanted to respect that, I wanted to listen to that, and don't judge anyone. uh, and be cooperative with the management. Manas will be taking care of all your attendance and everything. So make sure you cooperate with them, and all you have to do is listen, learn, and lead your future in a right way. So I'll just cover what kind of module I'll be doing it right now. So because when it comes to infertility, if you don't understand the basic biological system, if you don't understand what is the reproductive system of a male and female, then things are not going to work. Okay, so I'll teach you the basics of infertility, male and female reproductive system దగ్గర నుంచి. We'll understand what is psychology of infertility, how it started, how it will work. I'll teach you, if in case they're diagnosed with an infertility for the first time, it is going to be a shock for their life, and how do you navigate them from that shock to acceptance and making them start their treatments. Or see, most of the time what will happen, a couple comes to you for a treatment. They goes to any hospital for a treatment. Basically their goal is to have a child. So anything that hinders their goal, uh, emotionally, it is the duty of a psychologist to help them navigate that process. So I would teach you from the place that they're diagnosed from infertility to how you can make them become a better parents, happy parents once they're pregnant. And I mean, like how counseling helps fertility patients, what you need, who needs counseling, what should be the relationship between the doctor and the management and the patient. Because most of the time that will be a big challenge. Like management, if you're working in a specific hospital, probably management would be expecting you to convert the patients, or make the patient start the treatment. Most of the time, most of the hospitals still don't know what is the real role of psychologist, and that becomes tiring. And there are a lot of people who gets tired and they wanted to resign their jobs, leave, because they're tired of explaining what a psychologist would do. But I think dealing with them in a tactful way basically will make you feel good about yourself. It will also make the other person understand what it is. At the same time, you will earn your bread and butter. So it's important to manage it in a very tactful way. So I'll teach you that also, how to manage with the management and the doctors when things are not going well. I'll teach you all the ART processes, like from ovulation induction to IUI to TISA process to everything. Whatever treatments are available in infertility, I'll make you understand all that. Because if you don't understand, patient comes in between and suddenly tells, I'm going through a TISA procedure and I'm worried about it. You should know what it is. Only then you'll be able to counsel. So if you don't get enough information on that, then probably you will have a lag, you'll have a gap between what to counsel, what to do. So let's get into that. And I will also teach you what patients go through, what kind of emotions they'll be going through during the procedure. Because if you don't understand what procedure they go through, either you have to experience that or you have to go through it. So because you have not experienced it, so probably we will I'll teach you what they'll be going through, so that you will be able to empathize a little. You will understand even before the patient tells you. Okay, and we'll also discuss about the impact on the relationships. Because in when you're, see, suppose in a couple, both of them, one person has a problem in the office, the other partner can 90% give that support. But then if both of them are trying for the same problem, same goal, and both of them are upset about the treatment being failed, both of them will have different ways of showing it. Probably one person shows it anger, one person will be silent, and there might be a lot of misunderstandings between the couple, and that leads to a bigger problem. And then the third person gets entered into it, and then people will feel that they're getting blamed about not having a child. So there'll be so many things added. So we will go very deep in depth about the couple counseling, because when it comes to infertility, couple are the main, like both of them together has to uh, reach that goal of wanting a baby. So we will work on that. We will I'll teach you how to do couple therapies as well. And we will also, as I said, we will discuss about the gender differences, like male response to infertility in a different way, female response in a different way. But then most of the time it is misunderstood that only my partner is like this. So we'll work on that also, so that you would understand what is the general male and female responses, so that you can help your patients to go through this process in a much easier way. And we'll also work on the psychological evaluations, like what kind of tests you can give to the patients, and what kind of psychotherapy you can give, because not every patient needs only supportive counseling. They will need a little deeper into it. There'll be a lot of sexual problems, there'll be a lot of individual problems, not only the infertility. Like probably infertility has triggered their past traumas, or past things in their life. Suppose there is a patient who has got so much of childhood baggage from there, and now infertility, it triggers everything. They'll be like, nothing in my life is going right. So that will be another problem. So we need to basically get into a deeper therapist when such situations come. So I'll also teach you how to have psychotherapy, and also the individual counselings for each patient, because unless and until you individually go for counselings, things are not going to work. So we'll have individual counselings. I'll also teach you how to do support group therapies. Most of the time people who are going through infertility counseling will feel, why me, I mean, like, why only me? Everybody around me is getting pregnant so easily, and why am I not getting pregnant easily? So but then when they get into a support group, when they talk to other people who are also struggling to have a baby, then they'll start feeling it's not only me, I'm not alone in this. That gives them a lot of strength, that gives them a lot of hope. It helps them to go through this process in a much easier way. It's like building friends who are similarly going through similar problems. It will always add on to that. So in India, there are very less hospitals who actually do support groups. So you can actually become a good trainer for support groups as well. So I'll teach that as well. Sexual problems. Yeah, there are a lot of sexual problems that comes into the picture when it comes to infertility. Uh, Suddenly, I mean, I don't know how many of you have watched this movie, Good News. uh, Generally, if you have watched the movie, it will be like the timed intercourse. You're supposed to have intercourse only this time because ovulation is happening. That pressure will give a lot of uh, performance anxiety to men, and there are a lot of women who will be going through less libido, and because of a lot of medication. So sexual problems are something that has to be addressed for sure. So we'll work on sexual problems also. And in infertility, journey itself is difficult, and on top of it, once they're pregnant, if there is a miscarriage and they lost their child, that trauma is too much. It's very difficult for them to handle on their own. So if there is any pregnancy loss, if there is any miscarriages that happen, pregnancy loss, then definitely that has to be worked. So we'll work on that, how to handle miscarriages. If there are many multiple pregnancies, like if they're pregnant like 3 or 4 babies at a time, then how do they handle that? Because they have to kill 1 or 2 babies, and it's not easy. All of a sudden they're pregnant, and then now they have to choose which baby to kill. That becomes a very difficult ethical dilemma for them. So they will need a lot of support from the psychologist at that point of time. So we'll work on that as well. And if they're going for a third party reproduction, like if their egg or the sperm are not good, they have to take somebody else's eggs or somebody else's sperm and get pregnant. Or they have to go for a surrogacy. They have to go for a completely a different egg and sperm and make an embryo, go for an ED. Then it is emotionally very challenging to accept the fact that, okay, they're not my baby, and I'm gonna take somebody else's gamete for this. So those aspects also will work. If something like that comes to you, how do you handle it? If there is a problem with them, and the doctor has decided no matter how many treatments we give you, things are not going to work, so you have to go for an alternate family building, either choose not to have a child or go for an adoption. People have to grieve because they cannot have child with them their own gametes anymore, or financially they're not able to go ahead with the other things. So in that case, it's going to be emotionally very disturbing, because you are a psychologist. You're not meant only to counsel them till they get the treatment. Your duty is to make a patient who comes to you to be happy, independent after they leave you and go out. So even if they choose not to have a child, they should be ready to face the consequences that they might have in the future. Or even if they have if they choose to go for an adoption, they must be ready to face the consequences that they have with the adopted baby and infertility uh, together as as a package, you know. Every time they'll start feeling, probably if I didn't have a miscarriage, then probably I wouldn't have adopted this child, probably then I wouldn't have gone through all this pressure, you know. Those things will be popping up in their mind throughout their life. So we need to prepare them emotionally how they can be ready for all those aspects. So that also will work. And will work once they're pregnant, because this pregnancy is not easy for them. They have struggled a lot to become pregnant, and they're finally pregnant. And once they're pregnant, the child that comes in, they give too much attention. Once they give the too much attention, obviously child will take advantage of it. And probably they would start having a lot of temper tantrums, and the parents will start feeling, "Arey, with so much difficulty I got this child, so I have to give extra attention." So with that, there are chances child gets spoiled. So you need to basically teach them parenting after infertility also. You know, most of my patients, even after the treatment is over, they come back with their kids again for the counseling, because they know that we have already bonded, and they wanted to basically uh, understand that, okay, how do I basically handle my child, I'm not understanding. So they come back to you. So you need to learn that as well. And with the ART treatments, what will be the impact on the child in the future? Because now a lot of stigma when it comes to a patient's talking about, if in case they're pregnant with the test tube baby, there might be social pressures from their peer group and all. So what kind of impact child might have, and how do you help them to overcome that, is something that you have to know. And when it comes to the counseling, I wanted to know all the legal and ethical aspects that you have to maintain when you're coming for counseling. Because if you don't have proper ethical aspects in the counseling part, then you will always get misleaded, or you would be doing a wrong treatment. So I want you to have proper ethics and legal issues with you. And if in case of some lesbians or gay couple or single women coming for the treatment, I'll teach you how to handle them as well. Because uh, gay and lesbian couples will be rare. I have seen probably only like 10 couples so far who comes to the infertility, but then single women a lot. Again, it depends on which area you're working in. Like yesterday, there was a patient who called me from Vijayawada, telling me that I've been to one of the reputed hospitals in in Vijayawada for infertility counseling, for infertility treatment. I'm a single person. I am divorced. I wanted to go for egg freezing, but then everybody in the hospital were talking like, "Oh, this is the first time that happened. This is first case, first case, first case." It seems they're getting so many. She's getting so many calls even after going, saying because it's the first case and it never happened, they'll give discount. You ask the hospital people, they'll give you. And this has scared her a lot, because it felt like, okay, is it not accepted? Am I doing something wrong? No, hospital is the one who is supposed to give them all the assurance that it's okay, it's your choice to do what you want to do. But rather than that, if staff itself is creating that kind of stigma for them, the patient can't go forward for the treatment or choose whatever options they have for the egg freezing. So if there's single women who comes, you know, mainly as a psychologist, you should also educate all the staff in the hospital on how they have to interact with the patients when they come. And you as a patient, as a psychologist, I think you should be ready to be there for your patients to help them to overcome all that. And we'll be doing a lot of case studies. I'll keep uh, giving you all my experiences. I'll keep telling you everything that I have learned. I mean, but I'm requesting you again and again, like, keep asking me a lot of questions other than what is in theory. Keep asking me so that you can extract as much as you can from me. Okay, I think that's all about the course model. If there anything else that you want me to add, you can feel free. If you have any questions, just ask me.
If you have any questions, maybe you can
I
ask.
I have a question. So basically, I'm like I want to transition my career and then start getting into counseling, right? I was thinking that this is the one area which is like now it's like a beginning and then it's just started. So a lot of people have not explored much into this area. So how do you think that I can transition once I complete this course? Is there any kind of internship I can take up and then start doing the things in a better
Once you
direction?
do this course, you are already equipped with all the information that you have. Okay, if you are okay, you can always go try for internship for like 2 months or 3 months in different hospitals, and try working on it. Probably internship in infertility, they wouldn't be paying you anything, but then you can learn a lot with the counselings, or with patients, whatever is happening.
Yeah, that should be fine if they're not paying, and if they're asking me to pay back also, I'm
No,
okay for that. I'm okay for that. But
yeah,
only
there are a
thing,
lot of people who does internship. I myself give a lot of internship direct classes in the uh,
mm-hmm.
clinics also. There
Okay,
are people who do it. They're not
okay,
worried about that.
all right.
And
Thank you,
you can start the classes. Yeah.
thank you, thank you.
So, if you have any questions or maybe if you have any concerns related to course, you can post it in WhatsApp group if you have any concerns, and Mr. Rakesh will coordinate this course. He is not well today. That is the reason he is not joined. And even I am also in the group, in WhatsApp group. So whenever you have a question, we will give you answer immediately. So if not so, please wait. Definitely, we will answer you in couple of minutes. And um, I'll ask you all your email IDs so we can share recorded videos in Google Meet, Google Classroom. So we will create a classroom and you will be in classroom. And if ma'am gives any kind of assignments or something, you can submit it in Google Classroom itself. Assignments is means that no, you need to write in a bundle of things. All but just she used to give some case studies, and she will discuss some case studies like that. So you can pull up, and maybe sometimes she will also ask you to watch a movie and write some review. Follow the group, and even for every class, the morning we will send you a message that today you have we have sent a message, right? Today we have a class, and after class starts we will also send we are online. So please follow the WhatsApp group. And today, on the first day, so maybe you are not habituated or something, and we have informed. But after creating the Google Classroom, even the Google Meet also will give you some kind of message. Maybe it's a kind of reminder that you have a class. So please sync your Google Classroom to your calendar. So every Tuesday and Thursday, maybe 7:30 our class. So 7:15 you will get a notification you have a class at 7:30, like that. And apart from that, we will inform you in WhatsApp group. So please be active in checking in WhatsApp group. And we will provide you material, the taught by the Dr. Pushpa, the PPT, and also we will provide you some books, e-copies in the group for your reference for future. But don't ask me immediately, sir, please send the book and all, because even if you get the book from me, it is difficult to understand the concept. So just complete few classes, and after that we will definitely provide you all the materials. And this is the introductory class. If you feel that this class is okay, fine, I can share with my friends, on maybe you can share the details with your friends. So if they want, they can also join from next class, because this is only introductory class. I will also post the video, the interactive video, to your group. And so have a good day. Thank you all for joining this course, and definitely you will enjoy this course.